What is going on, guys? Juice Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is Monday, the 23rd of July. And luckily there is more to go through today in comparison to yesterday, more confirmed deals and more potential rumours. So just before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoy transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a transfer video. If the second upload, it'll be 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, who is the worst player your club has ever signed? Let me know your answers down below. And now let's jump on to confirmed deals. And the very first one, it's not actually a transfer, but it's some massive news in regards to world football. So we all know, of course, of Germany this summer at the World Cup, it really didn't go to plan at all. And yesterday, Mesut Ozil officially retired from international football. And I believe he released 3 different statements as to why he's retiring from international football and went into a lot of depth about it. But the main part of the statement does say he'll no longer play for Germany whilst he has a feeling of racism and disrespect. Now if you are interested in the statement itself, it's on his social media. And now we have got the player transfers then. The very first one is Ryan Kent. Yesterday he made a loan move from Liverpool to go to Rangers, who obviously are now managed by Steven Gerrard. And it's the third player so far this window going from Liverpool to Rangers. We've got John Flanagan, Ovie Ejaria, and now Ryan Kent. And now we have a former Arsenal defender, that's Johan Djourou. Yesterday the Swiss centre-back made the move to Spal in the Serie A from Antalyaspor in Turkey. It's a free transfer and he signed a 1-year deal. And the final one on the page is a player called Darwin Macias. Probably says name on there, so apologies. But yesterday he joined Udinese, again in Italy, from Granada for an undisclosed fee. And going on to page number 2, and the very first one is a left back called Mattiello. Yesterday he joined Bologna from Atalanta as a season-long loan. And then we have got a transfer that was confirmed a while ago, I'm pretty sure even the start of July actually, that's Pepe Reina going to AC Milan. Yesterday though he was announced by the club and presented, it's a free transfer from Napoli, and it's on a 3-year contract. And for Donnarumma, I'm not sure what it means for his actual future because so far his window linked to Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea and a few other teams, so he could be on his way out, he might also stay. And the final confirmed one today is James McLean going to Stoke City from West Brom for a fee of £6 million, signing a 4-year deal. So that is it for confirmed deals today. Now let's jump on to potential rumours. The very first one's according to the Daily Mirror. John Terry is set to retire from football this summer, with Sky Sports keen to make him a pundit. If Aston Villa got promoted, he's expected to stay on for 1 more year, but unfortunately for him and them, they lost to Fulham in the playoff final. And with Sky Sports losing Thierry Henry as a pundit because potentially he's becoming a manager, John Terry might be a decent replacement. And next up, according to Paris United, Krychowiak is very close to leaving Paris Saint-Germain to go to Lokomotiv Moscow in Russia. And the deal itself isn't a permanent basis just yet, but in a year's time, it will be. And that's because it's a loan deal this season with obligation to buy next year for €11 million. And it's said to be completed this week. There was interest from Fulham, but they didn't go ahead with the deal. And now we have a bit of an update regarding Richarlison and a massive money move to Everton. So according to Sky Sports first up, Richarlison is set to have a medical with Everton in the next 24 hours. And bear in mind, that was tweeted yesterday. And he should be having the medical today, and the fee is very close to £50 million. Now some sites are saying it's £40 million for Richarlison, so it's £35 million as a base fee and £5 million add-ons. And the other $10 million to take it to £50 million total is the fact that Everton are paying £10 million in compensation for manager Marco Silva. And don't get me wrong, for the first 12 games or so last season, Richarlison, he was fantastic, very good player for Watford, but after that, it was very bad. No matter if you have a new manager or not, the way he played some games was very poor, and the fact he didn't score since November, that's pretty worrying. And Marco Silva bought him to the Premier League 1 year ago for 11.5 mil. And I know player prices are very high right now and the market is very extortionate, however, I still don't think he's close to being valued at 50 mil. There's nothing saying he won't prove me wrong this season as he could do, because obviously for Everton if he's great, they'll be happy with the signing. And I know Richarlison doesn't choose how much he goes for, but in regards to the pressure, it's going to be very high. And the final one on the page is according to the Daily Mirror. Arsenal are in advanced talks now with Borussia Mönchengladbach to sign Swiss goalkeeper Jan Sommer. And he's also on a shortlist of goalkeepers at Barcelona to become the new backup keeper to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And Arsenal have already brought in a goalkeeper this summer with Bernd Leno for like 20 million euros from Bayer Leverkusen. He's expected to be the number one, and Petr Cech and Ospina, they're rumoured to be leaving. Cech is linked to a return to Chelsea, and for Ospina, he's into Boca Juniors. And let's face it, if Jan Sommer comes in, I don't think it costs too much money and also be a very good backup goalkeeper. And now go on to the next page, and the very first one is according to Gianluca Di Marzio. Napoli are currently in the transfer market this summer for a new right back, and Santiago Arias seems the most likely option at the moment. And Napoli and PSV are very close to an agreement for the player, worth around 11.5 million euros plus bonuses. But the main obstacle for Napoli at the moment is they need to free up a non-EU spot in their current squad, and Arias has already agreed to a 5-year contract. And obviously on FIFA 18 he's quite a popular player for the simple fact that for PSV, he links to Lozano. And next up we've got Joe Hart, who for the last 2 or 3 years, his career hasn't gone to plan. And yesterday he had an interview with BBC Sport talking about his future. He said, "I went out to the Serie A and I loved it. Leagues are there to be played in. There's no league I'd say no to. I went out on loan because I needed to play to be involved in the World Cup. Look where that got me." And basically he said his move to West Ham didn't help him whatsoever because he made quite a few mistakes there and then got dropped. But there are still rumours saying he might be going to the MLS, we'll have to wait and see. And next I've got 2 different teams linked to Axel Witsel. The very first one is according to Revier Sport. Belgian international Axel Witsel is top of Lucien Favre and sporting director Michael Zorc's wish list at Borussia Dortmund. He currently has a contract with Chinese Super League side Tianjin Quanjian until December 2019. And because of that, the potential transfer, it can be quite a low fee. Dortmund have already brought in one midfielder so far this summer with Thomas Delaney, but apparently they've got one more on top of that. If they can't get Axel Witsel, they're looking at Chelsea's Bakayoko. And Le Parisien saying Paris Saint-Germain have also taken interest in the Belgian midfielder. And Paris United are saying Axel Witsel has been offered to PSG, but is already in advanced talks with Borussia Dortmund. None of the articles have mentioned a transfer fee just yet, but like the very first one says, because of his current contract with Tianjin Quanjian, it could make it a cheap fee. And next up, according to the Daily Mail, Manchester United are keen on signing Harry Maguire and could offer £65 million, but to do so, they have to sell Marcus Rojo, Eric Bailly or Chris Smalling. And Harry Maguire was fantastic for England at the World Cup, and in regards to his fee, it doesn't really surprise him too much now. I don't think it'd cost as high as 65, probably like 50 or so. And next up we've got a very interesting one according to Record. Juventus have bid 30 million euros for Porto left back Alex Telles. They are willing to sell him, but are asking for 40 million euros instead. And so far this summer he's played to so many different teams. There's Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Liverpool and Bayern. And Alexandro's future at Juventus is somewhat up in the air at the moment, linked to Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain, and if they sign Alex Telles, does it mean he's being sold? And I know that Juventus have got a lot of money to spend because they brought in Joao Cancelo, they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo, and now potentially linked to a left back for 40 mil. And then we have a player linked to a move away from Juventus this time, according to Tuttosport. Manchester City are lining up a £90 million bid for Miralem Pjanic, as after missing out Jorginho to Chelsea. And the other apparent alternative to Jorginho is Mateo Kovacic from Real Madrid, they're also asking for 80 mil. And next up we've got a few updates about Nabil Fekir and his future at Lyon. So first up, according to Canal Plus, Lyon's president Jean-Michel Aulas has said about Fekir, "I don't think he'll be leaving us, you never know. Nabil will be with us next season." And the thing about Jean-Michel Aulas, he's very difficult to understand because he talks so much every single day and he contradicts himself a lot. And yesterday he was talking to L'Equipe and done an interview and he started by saying he's had a missed call and a message from Fekir. And he's yet to respond to that. And now we've got some quotes from the interview itself. If at the end of July he hasn't left, he'll definitely be staying. Le Progrès are saying Fekir is no longer Liverpool's priority and other clubs now could enter the frame. And L'Equipe today are saying Fekir should now stay at Lyon for next season. And there are no offers currently on Lyon's table for their captain. So for Liverpool fans that also want Fekir, just like myself, it looks like right now it's probably not happening. And next up, according to Sky Sports News, there are 3 clubs currently firmly interested in signing Manchester United's Anthony Martial. There's Chelsea, who see him as a potential replacement for Eden Hazard, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. But as United have stated so far this transfer window, they don't want to sell him. The Times are saying Chelsea and Bayern want to sign him this summer, though both are not willing to meet United's valuation of £89.3 million or €100 million. And The Guardian are saying United are ready to activate Martial's contract extension, which takes until 2020, to command a higher transfer fee if they decide to sell. And now got on to the next page, and the very first one's a short one, according to AS. Barcelona have made another bid for Willian, this time it's €72 million or £64 million. And I'm pretty sure that bid right there is Barca's fourth one so far. And who knows, for Chelsea, if they get 64 mil for Willian, they could try and put that towards getting Martial from United. And the final one today is according to Le Parisien. Paris Saint-Germain have identified Antonio Rudiger from Chelsea and Jan Vertonghen from Tottenham as new defensive targets. Yesterday they were linked to Bonucci and also Boateng, and to be fair, Bonucci, it does seem quite likely at the moment. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it will be down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a transfer video, is a second upload at 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, who is the worst player that your club has ever signed? Let me know down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.